Like we are in fact streaming, so let's get some music going in a moment. All right, and all right, let's get some music going. I'll start off with Too High to Die as is traditional. Alrighty, and we'll get some self-promo going on a couple of Discords just to let people know what we're up to. Alright. We should have a thumbnail, but for some reason the thumbnail is not working. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's fine. Alrighty. Listening to Too High to Die by Apollo Music. And we will be listening to Mud Puddle in a moment or two. How's everyone going? Having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time of day it is for you? I'm having a good morning. I've just had breakfast, and I'm ready for some Minecraft. Ready for some airships. And apparently the cockatoos in the neighborhood are ready for it as well. Don't know if you can hear them in the background. Alright. So we're listening to a Mud Puddle at the moment. Alright. Seem to be having some trouble with typing at the moment, so I'm just going to type a little message to put onto a couple of Discords to... Thanks, cockatoo! Don't know if you heard that one, I certainly did. Screeching in the background. Alright. My spacebar is not behaving itself. Okay. I cannot type today. I think I'm going to have some problems with the keyboard. Yep, I seem to have caps lock going on. Alright. Alright, let's hit the publish button on that one. And that one. And then I'll put it on a couple of other Discords and we'll get a few people watching. Hopefully. Alrighty. Hopefully the chat is working. Let's go a quick look at it from the Twitch side of things. Okay. Say hi chat on the Twitch side of things. Put a separate Twitch window just to see if I can see anything interesting going on, because the Twitch activity doesn't seem to be working. It looks like the tags are incorrect on Twitch as well, so can I edit the tags while I'm streaming? I can. Okay. So let's change those. Okay, and we're going to put Minecraft. And I'm going to put create mod. Alright, and we're really nearly running out of music here, so let's change over to the game screen and we'll stop the music. Alrighty, so here we are in Minecraft on the Aetherial Airships server. We'll just have a quick sleep because I can see that it's nighttime and we don't want to encourage any monsters. Hi, Boom Ice Cream, good to see you. Alright, let's get excuse me, clearing my throat. I thought I'd done that beforehand, but apparently another one came. Alright, and let's get out to where the create stuff is that we're going to be working with. So we've done a bit of this prep ahead of time. Should be what you would have seen in the thumbnail if the thumbnail worked. It would have been something like this, but with stuff behind me on the conveyor belt. So I'm just going to stand there for a moment or two just to have the look of the thing, and we're just going to fix the tags on the Twitch side of things, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so we want Minecraft, we want create mod, we want airships, and we want Farmer's Delight. Alright, what else do we want? I think we want Aetherial Airships. And I think that might do us. I'll do one more tag. Let's see. What do I want to add? Create mod, airships, farmers delight, Aetherial airships, floating islands. Okay. And we'll update those Twitch tags. There we go. Alright, hi Akashashin. Akasha. Alright. Yep, Twitch is coming through fine. Hopefully YouTube's coming through fine as well. I can't be bothered monitoring that one at the same time. And there we go. So we've got a little ship over there that belongs to Zora. We've got a couple of little ships over here that belong to me. One little airship here. And another little airship there. And we had another airship floating around as well that belonged to another player, but they seem to have moved on. So we want to make a little bit of automation here. So firstly, oh, we've got a villager talking to a llama. Isn't that nice? Okay. All right. Now, this is where we have the cobble turn into gravel, and then the gravel turn into, we're lucky, iron ingots. And, oh, Prime's here. How big is too big for a ship? If it lags when you try and move it, then it's probably too big. That was Prime I was talking about, whose ship has moved. So Prime is on the server. Welcome, Prime. Good to see you. All right. And let's grab those iron ingots. Sorry, iron nuggets. We need to make some iron ingots. We need to make some what's it called? Andesite alloy. So we can make a drill, so we can then automate cobblestone. So we automate the cobblestone, it will come up this here conveyor belt, which for some reason clips through quite fine to the blocks below, but we might change those to casing blocks just to make it look a little nicer. We're gonna have another conveyor belt here, and we're gonna have the lava coming down, or the drill coming over the lava, and then have everything pop onto the conveyor belt here, and then go up into the millstone here, and then from the millstone go out onto this conveyor belt and go into the water spray, which will then turn it into either nothing iron nuggets or flint. So you can then use the flint for other things, but actually haven't really done much with automating flint to other things. We're going to need probably to automate lava a bit as well. We have our lava. We need to make a drill, so that's what we've grabbed the nuggets for. So we can actually make one iron ingot and some andesite alloy. And hopefully we can then start drilling. We need a bucket of water as well, but we need to put the lava somewhere. So we don't have a spare bucket for lava and water at the same time, I don't think. Let's see. No, we did not. But we have a crafting table here. So let's craft this back into an iron ingot. And we have a tomato. Might put that tomato away. We do have a bucket of water already. There you go. Alright, so we'll pop this tomato in the kitchen. Alright. There's a spot in the kitchen where there's a bunch of tomatoes. There we go. Put it with the rest. We'll grab that ingot we dropped. And if necessary, we'll get a bit more cobblestone processing as well. Or andesite will turn into a cobble as well, but sorry, it'll turn into gravel as well if we grind it. But we have. Can you stop hurting yourself, please? Don't fall. Can't you read the sign? It says, "Don't fall." Okay. So we need a little bit more stone to be cut, so we'll just pop that in there and that in there, because that's only going to give us one andesite by the look of it. So what we had, that's right, we had 11. It takes 9 to make an ingot, so we need at least half a dozen more. So let's just manually break some stone. And we'll get this happening as we'll get this into cobblestone and then into the last few iron nuggets that we need, the automation we want to do. And of course it starts raining because it's lovely for stream. It looks great on stream when we've got rain. We love rain. It makes things look lovely and it doesn't mess up our compression or data rate at all. No, it's wonderful. So we'll sleep as soon as we can to get rid of it, obviously. Now that is not going where it's meant to. Oh, Prime's left and we'll be back. Alright. One there, and there's one going in here. And we are being pushed. Even though we're not standing on it, we're being pushed by the fan that's doing the airflow. So because our model is just touching the edge of it, pushes us. Alright. Average in the UK? Average day? Or average rain? Oh yes, you're from the UK, so you'd be used to rain. Gotcha. Yep. Makes sense. Average weather. Alright, we'll get this going. So that's where it's going to be coming from. We'll be doing something along these lines. But to speed things up, we're just going to throw the rest in here straight away. And so go through, and you'll see there's 20 cobblestone in the millstone, and that will come out as gravel from here. And then we'll continue. Alrighty. And we'll get a little bit more iron from there, and then once we've done that, we'll get our drill happening. Now we also need to make sure we have our extra belt, so we need to cook up some kelp. It'd be handy if we had a frying pan nearby. Oh, look at that. It's like I planned it. Okay, so we'll just throw... Oh, I need to actually place it. Alright, let's just throw 6 in there. pick up the rest. So only need one belt as far as I'm aware. We've got a couple of chain drives. And we'll just put the leftover stuff in here. Alright, so we've got, in case chain drives, we'll come back for the kelp. Pop these down. Always helps to have a plan when we're going into things. Alright, so one in case chain drive goes here. And then the other one goes here. And there we go. We've got movement. Now we need to figure out how to get the cobble right here and then the drill above it to move. Might use some more in case chain drives for that, but we'll see. Alright, let's have a look and see if we've got any more nuggets yet. We do not yet have nuggets. It's doing its thing. Alright. Rained yesterday, probably going to rain tomorrow as well. Sounds like the UK. Alright, so to get rid of that rain, we might sleep now because it's night time. See if this server's like the UK. Or if we're going to have a clear day. It's funny, we actually had a rainy day before stream as well. Will you stop getting more? I'm not trying to trade with you. Alright. Alright, 1 second. It appears that there's a child trying to get my attention, even though they know I'm streaming and they shouldn't be getting to me unless there's an emergency, because there's another parent in the house. 1 moment, I'll be right back. Alright, may not have been my child. Hey, I'm Jackdaw, good to see you. Congrats on the 10 stream streak last time as well. You're up to 11 now, obviously. But you're on the YouTube side of things, so popped in to say hello, not a problem. Congrats on 10 stream streak on the Twitch side of things. Anyway, as far as the child yelling at me goes, I don't know whether it was actually my child or someone else's child. But they appear to be not yelling at me, they just appear to be yelling in general. So, alright, let's check on the kelp and see if that's cooked yet. Yes, the kelp has cooked. Cool. Okay, now we need to craft it into a belt. And we appear to be missing 1 kelp somehow. Did we have losses, or did it disappear when I walked away? Oh, well, I guess we'll just place 1 more on there. Won't take long to cook. Okay. Yeah, normally Unchecked Door is on the Twitch side of things, but working on the computer and working on computer audio and saw that I was streaming and decided to jump on the YouTube side of things, which is fine. I don't mind that. Happy to have viewers on either platform. All right, so let's get this belt in place. There we go. And now we need to figure out where we're putting the drill. Now we're making the drill work. Okay, we've got at least 1 nugget. That is almost what we need. Need a couple more. And they floppy fish. The tropical fish seem to be flopping around quite a bit around here. They spawn in the water wheel and then flop around and disappear. I don't know why. My throat's really croaky today. Give me a moment. Alright, there we go. By the way, I apologise if you're seeing ads on the Twitch side of things. I have enabled automated ads, and they may or may not be working. Because I have the Twitch affiliate, I figured I may as well actually try and make a little bit of money off the ads, but they should be coming in blocks, and hopefully, there'll be a warning coming up in chat on the Twitch side of things. I may need to set up a bot for that. Let's see. So there's an ad coming in 14 minutes. All right, so yeah, every half hour, just a minute 30 worth of ads, just to stop the pre-roll from happening. All right. Now that we got that out of the way. Now I don't have YouTube affiliate or YouTube partner yet, but hopefully that's only a matter of time. You're working on getting your stream audio to work, and you don't know what else to try. Finally got to capture sound for recording again. Okay. Feel free to hit me up in chat after stream if you like, and we can try and work through that. I've had a few issues with trying to get audio working on OBS and stream and recording. So if you want to have separate audio streams is where it gets complicated. But yeah, I've worked through that a couple of times and found some solutions. So of course I still get caught out occasionally. I had a day, as you know, the other day where my audio was just not working for the stream because OBS decided to reset the microphone input to automatic, no, default, and for some reason my microphone was not showing up. So yeah, Unchecked Door, happy to help you with that if you need help. You know how to contact me, so pop these 10 on here. Got 4 left. And we'll put the other 4. There we go. Hopefully we've got enough now. We've got enough to make 2, so we'll make 2 andesite alloy while we wait. Plenty of andesite in here, I believe. Yep. Alrighty. And we'll get our drill happening. In fact, we're going to need at least 4. At least 5 now, I think, because I need one for a casing as well. Hopefully we'll get some more. Unchecked Door is on the YouTube side of things, yes. It's not enough. It's not that there's not enough followers. It's that there's actually not enough view hours, which I'm working on, which is why I'm streaming more often now. If I get enough people viewing on the YouTube side of things, then that brings up the view hours. But I also have Twitch affiliate, so if I get enough people viewing on the Twitch side of things, I make money, I guess. So, you know, whatever works. Okay, whatever works for you. You're welcome to watch whichever way you prefer. All right. If you're able to watch on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, then you're welcome to, but obviously do what works for you. And I'm not going to encourage people to do both unless they actually want to. But yeah, happy to have people on Twitch, either way. Twitch, YouTube, I don't mind. I would stream on multiple platforms other than Twitch and YouTube if I could, but I don't have the budget to pay for the paid version of the app that I'm using that allows me to multi-stream between YouTube and Twitch. So, because although I may be technically monetized on Twitch, I am not actually making any money yet, as far as I'm aware. So, I don't really care. I have a job. This is more of a hobby than anything else. But, you know, if it brought in some extra money, that'd be nice. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to break the bank. Either way, I'm not depending on it for my income. My family are not depending on it for my income, which is just as well. Anyway, enough money talk. Minecraft. So this should be happening automatically with the drill by now, but unfortunately we are missing a few key components for that to happen, which is some extra iron nuggets. And I don't really want to go looking for iron ingots at this stage, because I like being able to do something that's not requiring a lot of thought, and that doesn't mean I'm going to fall into the void by going and looking for iron and airship while I am trying to concentrate on talking to chat. Alright, that should be 32 gravel, 32 cobble, we got 30 maybe. Seem to have lost one somewhere along the line. Maybe it fell straight into the chute. I don't think so though. Alright, so we'll have 31. Where's the other one gone? We seem to be losing one of things quite a bit. Ah, there we go. It wasn't eaten by lag, it fell off the other side. Okay. Let's just throw all of these straight into the chute so I can start processing them straight away. Oops. That was the other ones. Let's grab those. Did we get them back? That was andesite anyway, I think. Yes, it was. Okay, so I'll pop the cobblestone in instead. That might work better. Ah, contains 32 stone. Oh, right. So stone doesn't go into the mill. So let's break that. And we'll just drop the cobblestone directly in. And I'll put the chute back. So that's interesting. If we accidentally block the mill with stone, it doesn't work. All right. Unchecked all lurking on the YouTube side of things, and Akasha has moved over to YouTube. No worries. All right, so we've got another night there. Let's just check on the nugget situation. We are still waiting on nuggets. We have lots of tropical fish, and we have a. Let's put the rest of the tropical fish there, and we have a chicken we can munch on while we wait. And it is nighttime again. Alright, let's have a quick sleep again. Say hi to Zora's cat. Zora's favourite, apparently. Hi, Zora's favourite. I need to find a black cat to tame. I've got a Harley, but I don't have a don't have a Rosalie. Breakfast is deciding to say hello. Okay. Let's go have a quick look. Do we have anything left yet? Do we have enough? Do we have enough? Do we have enough? We don't have any nuggets yet. Okay. Come on, turn into nuggets. Alright. Now, while we're waiting, we will make a... We'll do a quick check on the drill and what it needs. I believe we need 4 of these, or 3 of these. Let's have a look. So it is indeed 3 and an andesite casing. So we need 4. We need 1 more andesite alloy for the drill itself. We need 1 more for the andesite casing. And then of course we need a way to make the drill work. We need to power the drill. So let's get our cobblestone, our stone generator happening here. So we want to have flowing water on one side and lava on the other. And we're going to put a piece of stone there to start with. So stone and flowing water on this side. Let's not throw our pickaxe. That might not work very well. All right. We put our water on there. Water there. Then we have our lava over there. In fact, might be better to make sure, rather than flowing water, that we have a piece of leaf, waterlogged leaves, like we've got here. A waterlogged leaf to actually make the lava from. Let's go chop this tree down. Now we need to automate the tree farm as well. That's the next step. So we don't have an axe. We're going to need an axe. We're missing a step here. We need an axe before we can do anything else. What are you doing down? What are you villagers doing down here? Precarious place to have a living. Right, head off from the. Yep, head away from that edge. I don't like you hanging around the edge. You silly, silly villagers. Okay. Alright, let's check on the nugget side of things. We've got one more nugget. We've got one more coming in, so that's one more piece of andesite. We need 2 more pieces of andesite. And we also need an axe. Do we have plenty of cobblestone, right? What have we got in here? Anything interesting in the chest? Nope, nothing really interesting in there. Alright, we do have a source of iron sitting right there, but we'll check on that one. We'll take that as a last option. We might have an axe over here in the toolsmith's chest. No, we've got pickaxes, but not axes. Right, well, I think we go to the old-fashioned cobble generator, and we just make ourselves a stone axe for the moment. We need to get some more. Emeralds happening. We need to trade with some of the villagers. There's our manual cobble generator. We now have 3 cobblestone, so let's make a new axe. We'll just head back in here for that. Alright. We don't have sticks. Okay, let's go back to the toolsmith's house, and we'll just grab those sticks. And we should have another crafting table there, but we don't. So we'll go back to the nearest crafting table I saw, which was over here. And we'll make that axe. Alright. Chocolate and cuts. I already have everything I need. Pretty sure I played the game to completion. At least until pizza is added to the game. That is true. I can add chocolate to the game. I do have Farmer's Delight, and I have Create, so chocolate is actually an option. And making things from the chocolate is an option because of the Farmer's Delight side of things. So, let's see. We have an axe, and alright, we have farmers. I have villagers who are actually villaging rather than not so. Okay, now we want to put one of these andesite alloys onto here and turn this into an andesite casing. And we'll just chop that down. Sizzling happening in the background. Oh, we've got an egg. Okay. Well, we might as well, just for extra food, pop an egg in there. Yes, for some reason in this game you fry eggs in the shells. But there you go, there's an egg now. Prime's back. Alright. I don't remember taking ether, but that's ether's signature move. We do have the ether, but that is Aether. We also have airships, so that was the thing I forgot to put in the Twitch tags, was ether mod, not just ethereal. actually do have the ether mod. Okay, so we need one more nugget, which would be right. Alright, in that case we need to chop some more stone. Chop some more stone, mine some more stone. Chop wood, mine stone, not mine stone, chop wood. Wait, not mine wood, chop stone. Alright, now we should be able to automate this and get passive passive nuggets and lots of flint. So we just drop those in there, straight in there. And then we'll get a few more. And we might find our way up that tree and grab at least one. Yeah, at least one lot of leaves there that we can use. Make the water not go anywhere. Alright. I know we spent a while either silk touching or smelting it to make this stone, but I am quite happy to just mine it again to get the cobble where we need it. Alright. And visually it looks amazing just having the stuff coming through. Even though it's a slow way to make resources, it is nice to just have it automated in the background. A lot of glowstone for a ship that big. Glowstone? Oh. Does the water cause the ship to crash? No. But you can turn on interaction so that the water sources and lava sources do actually affect ships, airships. So you can just put the airships on water and sail them as normal ships, or you can not use balloons and they can move across the water. There's another mod called Valkyrian Sails that I have another mod pack I'm working on based around. Haven't done any. Speaking of which, I was going to talk about the mod pack and the way that things are going with the mod pack. So we have a bit of a stalemate on the mod pack at the moment. Although I do want to probably look at, this is stream 49, I believe. So I want to look at making this stream 50 to wrap up the original Aetherial Airships series, and look at moving the world to a new world or a hybrid version of the pack that continues on this world that has everything new other than the world generation from the new pack. So because we explored so much of this world, we wouldn't get pirates happening. So I would like to have pirates in the sky pirates in the new pack. So maybe I'd have to just go around and manually spawn some on the server, or use a little script that someone made to make pirates spawn periodically instead of on world generation. So Lightmatica, yes, Lightmatica will crash the mod pack. The Lightmatica and Eureka ships do not work well together. Lightmatica and Valkyrian Skies in general do not work well together. There is a version you can use, but it can cause random crashes. So yeah, what I would suggest there is using the create schematics if you want to make schematics of ships. And you don't have to use the schematic cannon to actually build them with. You can just place the schematic in the world. And I'm happy to do a little bit of a demo on how that works. Give me a sec. It is nighttime, so we're going to sleep. Yeah, the newer version. Basically, Lightmatica will still likely crash the game. So I would recommend using create. We do have create on the mod pack, in the mod pack, and to make a create blueprint, all you need is some light blue dye and some paper, Let's have a look. I might have some in my inventory. Yeah. So schematic. So use create schematics. So use a schematic and quill. And let's make it, let's for example make a schematic of what we're working on here. And I'll show you what it looks like with a schematic that's actually in use as well. So to save a schematic, let's just get this section of the machine, for example. You just right click and then set your second position. And you can use left control, I think it is. Or is it alt? There we go. You can name the schematic like so with a right click. Now the other thing we can do is we can discard and then let's just start again. So we could start with, let's go get this whole section over here. So we could start with, I think if you use either control or alt. Let's see, we'll try going down here. We'll grab from here. Alright, so you can just grab a whole area like this. It's just with right clicks. And so there's our schematic. And then we would right click again and we can call this processing. Processing plant. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, then we can save it, and then that's it. You've recorded your schematic. So to get your schematic out of the schematic format, what you can then do is go to a schematic table, like this one. And then you can put a schematic in there. Now you can use a schematic in Quill, or you can use a blank schematic. And we've got, basically you've got a bunch of different things here. So processing plant, there's our one that we just made. And light blue dye and paper is all you need for it. So let's see if we've got, we don't have one in the schematic canon at the moment. So we get some light blue dye and paper together, and we can make a schematic to show you. In fact, there's an empty schematic. So with the empty schematic, you would put it on the schematic table. And you tell it which one you want. So we'd go processing plant, and then hit. That gives us a schematic. And then with that schematic, shows us the amount of space it's going to take up. Like I did with, basically like I did with the airship. And we can place it in a position and we can rotate it. So either shift or alt. Alt, there we go. So alt lets us change things around. Now there are more things you can do once it's actually in place, and there are better ways of capturing things. But if we right click here, you'll see it places a preview of the whole thing. Let's go. Let's put it here. There you go. Show the preview of the whole structure, and then left alt to focus. You can move it on the XZ. So, and left shift, I think, to left control to do the thing that it says. So if you're inside the schematic, it's the opposite direction, but when you're outside the schematic, a little bit counterintuitive to start with, but you can move it away, and then use Alt to move it in the Y direction. So if you want to move it up or down, and if you want to move it in XZ, you just move around the other side. If you want to move it the other direction, hold Alt. Sorry, hold Control to make it move. And if you have a schematic cannon and you place this, after you place it in the world, if you then place it into the schematic cannon, it will actually assemble it for you, which is kind of cool. That's what I did with the ship. But yeah, it gives you the idea. Now the other thing you can do is you can actually remove the schematic from the world. But if you don't want to see it anymore, you just stop holding it and it makes it disappear. So the material list, if you want to get a material list, then you can put it in a schematic cannon, and you can either put a clipboard or a book into the schematic cannon, and it will show you what you need for it. So we put this one into the schematic cannon, and then we put a clipboard into it, and it turns it into a material checklist. You then place that in the world. Tells you what you need. Or you can use a book. Books work too. You don't have to leave it in the schematic cannon once you've done that. I'm not sure if there's another way to get the material checklist without the schematic cannon. But yeah, that's how you do it. Hey, Amy, good to see you. Welcome. Alright, so that's just a little example of how that how the create schematics work, and that's just default create behavior. So you can do that instead of using Lightmatica when you've got create in a pack. Lightmatica will also sometimes conflict with create itself as well, so always good to know how to do things in alternative ways and not just rely on Lightmatica. I used to rely on Lightmatica myself, so I understand where you're coming from. It was something I was always trying to do. So, Emmy, great to have you in the audience. Good to see you. So we've got Akasha and Unchecked Door in the YouTube side of things, and we've got a couple of people watching on Twitch as well. So feel free to watch from whichever platform you prefer. Alright, and we've got enough to make one extra andesite if we want to as well. So let's get this drill created, and let's also drop a couple more things so we're not carrying too much stuff. We can put the flint in there, and that'll give us room to get a couple of other things like the leaves that we want, the spruce leaves, so that we can make a cobblestone generator. Can we reach here? Probably not. Let's place a couple of things. Place some more andesite since we've got andesite here. We'll just get one leaf. Or two. Apparently two. Alright, and we're about to break a pickaxe as well, so maybe that'll give us a bit more room. Alright. Oh, really glad to have you in stream. Doesn't matter if you're late. I'm going for about a minimum of 2 hours usually, maybe 3, and I've only been going for a bit less than an hour today, so all good. Plenty of stream left. Okay, let's have a look. If we pop this one down here, yep. So if we turn that back into a water bucket, and then we place spruce leaves and waterlog them. And we might put some more andesite back in here. Alright, so if we place spruce leaves and waterlog them, we can't possibly accidentally turn our lava into obsidian. So we just make a hole there. And we put our lava in there. And that should give us a cobblestone generator. Nice. Now we just need to get the drill and get it powered. So, oh, was that a wandering trader? Or was it just the llama? Might have just been a combination of normal villager and llama noises, but let's have a look. So these are in fact trader llamas, but we do have regular llamas somewhere in this world because it is vaguely normal world generation. Oh yeah, it's still Valentine's Day here in most of the world, isn't it? I'm the day after here, so. Oh, I've got fried eggs. Gonna have a snack on a fried egg. No, we don't need to. Okay. Thought we were hungry. Alrighty. Have a quick sleep, and we'll make that drill. Alright, so one thing I do want to do while I'm here, so let's just use conflicting mods. Pain in my life. Okay, so we got drill there. As soon as we hit I, it decides to do other things. So we need 3 andesite alloy and 1 ingot, either thalassium or iron, and andesite casing. We will be getting rid of better end from the next version of the mod pack though. So, so we want to do the drill. There we go. 1 drill. We need to get ahead of, on top of the. Yes, Prime's back. Welcome back, Prime. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to those of you in the time zone where it still applies. Okay, so hopefully this will work. And it's facing the wrong way. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. Can we... And of course it's facing the wrong way again. We don't have the wrench, otherwise I'd just use a wrench to turn it. But what I can do is just dig this out and get on here and see if that works. That doesn't work. What if we tried this? That places it the wrong way again. Okay, so we're going to have to do it from above. That's fine. We'll just dig some holes and do it from above. Huh. That's not what we want. Doesn't look fun at all. Okay, let's try shift and jump. There we go. Alright. So now we need to get power to that. Well, the other option would be have it this side and have it going in there. No, we'll leave it. Okay, so we've already got that opened up. Now we just need to make sure we've got power going to it. And we could probably bring power in from... Well, we can't go on that side with cogwheels because we've got lava there. We can go on this side though. Have a cogwheel, small cogwheel, large cogwheel. Or we could have gearboxes, we could have encased chain drives. Let's see. I think I might go for encased chain drive to get up to there. Just got to figure this out. I hadn't planned this ahead of time. This is just building on the fly. Okay. So we need, I reckon we need a cog there. And we could maybe go encased chain drives and go all the way up there. Encased chain drives are a little cheaper. But for the moment we have to be the drill ourselves. So okay, so I need to fill that in. Good to know. Might still have a few losses. Okay, so I'm going to cover that once we've got our motive power in place. rotational power. Okay, so we've lost our pickaxe. We have a spare one here, another stone one. Alright. Basically, the drill will be doing what we're doing manually here. Will you stop pushing us into the... You are not meant to be here. Out! Out! There is no path for you here. Move! There is no path and no job for you. Just move. Okay. So... chain drive to twist it maybe, or will you get out of here? No, you do not belong in here. Go away. There's no job site for you and there's no bed. What are you doing here? Out. You've fallen in and can't leave, I see. Go. Don't go back in there, you silly sausage. Alright. Villagers, they'll be the death of me, I swear. Okay, so your house is here and you're trying to find a path to your house from the non-existent basement. Is that what you're telling me? Why? This is why I don't usually automate near villages. They get annoying. Okay. So, how do we go? How are we going for... a little bit of iron. Okay, that should be enough for a chain drive, actually. So, case chain drive is... 1 iron nugget and andesite casing. Oh, 3 iron nuggets and andesite casing. But we need a few of those to make it worthwhile. So, do we go with that, or do we go with just making old-fashioned cogs and belts? And getting the power there another way. Let's have a look and see what we've got in the way of shafts, because we need more andesite regardless. So maybe we make some andesite first. Andesite alloy, that is. Well, he's unemployed, so I don't know if he's motivated to work, or... Hello! Good to see you. And there's the ship I was talking about. Prime's decided to come for a visit. Okay, so let's see. We have another empty schematic here, so... we don't seem to have any shafts. What do we have in this one? What do we have in the shulker box? Do we have any useful items in the shulker box? Can't find any blue dye? Aha. Well, tell you what. I have a spare schematic. You can have a spare schematic. Did that fall in the right spot? Did you get it? Or did it fall in the void? Well, I timed out. I think he likes me. Alright, we're going to just do a quick be right back and see if I can get into the server again. What's going on here? Did the server crash when I dropped the schematic? That would be a weird thing to happen. Alright, let me just double check on the server, make sure it is working. I'll just have a quick look on... yeah, it seems to have timed out. Give me a second then. So... go to the hosting and have a quick look at that. Just check that the server is still up. If the server has crashed, then that is going to be a problem. Okay, the server is up, so not sure what happened there, but I dropped out, so that's a bit of a worry. Alright, let's have a listen to some music while I figure out what's going on. Maybe I do need to restart the server. Alright, let's have a look at what's going on with the server then. You dropped out as well, so it sounds like the server has possibly had a bit of a hiccup. Maybe it didn't like the idea of me throwing a schematic at you. Alright. Getting back in now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's working now. Alright, let's head back in then. Once we're loaded. Okay. Pick the right screen. Okay. Now, the schematic is still in the chest, so that's fine. Something happened that caused a crash before all of that. So there you go, one empty schematic for you. All right, have a quick sleep. Well, maybe it wasn't a crash, maybe we both dropped out. Maybe it's just a issue with the connectivity to the server, which is interesting because it's hosted and should be up most of the time. All right, how do we go over here? We have one more iron nugget in the meantime. All right, I think we might make 2 andesite alloy and make some. Have we got andesite here? Yeah. Make some more shafts. We'll just double check in here. We got anything useful? We had an iron ingot. We could have saved a lot of time with the iron ingot. Alright. That's okay. And we've broken our pickaxe. So if we put that down again, we're going to have to use this pickaxe to pick it up with. Alright. We're back. Okay, so let's get the andesite alloy and some shafts made. There should have been 2. I thought I was holding shift, but apparently it didn't believe me. Okay, and we make some shafts. That's 16. No, that's 8 shafts there. That's good enough. So that should hopefully be enough to get some things happening here. So if we put a small cogwheel there, and how did we get that powered? We need to get power down there. Right, let's make a small cogwheel first. We can do that, and we'll get a bit more wood for that. May as well start chopping down the rest of this tree rather than leaving messiness. We'll start preparing to chop this tree down. Alright. And we'll spiral our way back up the rest of that tree when we need more wood, but for the moment we will just grab this wood. Now we could do with a little bit more andesite alloy, but we don't have any more nuggets. We do have that 1 ingot that we can turn into more nuggets, so that might be a quick way of dealing with this. So let's make a small cogwheel. Let's see, small cogwheel on there would then require another cogwheel, so we might be better off with a Might be better off with a gearbox on top of here. Another gearbox here. So vertical gearbox to a regular gearbox. Then run that back here and maybe have a shaft in here. Yeah, that could work. So that's going to be pretty cheap to do. We just need one more andesite alloy for the, or two more andesite alloy for the let's see. One for the case for the, two for the cases for the gear shafts, gearboxes, and then we need 3 for another gearbox here, and then we'll be out of shafts there, so we're going to need 2 more for shafts. Alright, let's just get a few cobblestone going just to preparation. They're going into the lava, so that's not great. Let's come to our inventory instead. Alright. We'll throw these ones into here. We'll try processing to get at least one more nugget, so that way we can get 10 instead of 9 from the ingot we've got. So we'll just throw these in there. And let's turn this into nuggets. And I'll give us 4 more andesite alloy. And then we can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 casings. We may as well. So we're going to cut these anyway, we may as well turn them into casings. Alright, so that's 3 andesite casings. And we're going to need more cogwheels. So that makes almost enough. So 3 casings, 2 cogwheel, that's 8 cogwheels. That's enough to make 2 gearboxes. And one can be turned into a vertical gearbox. And of course we need more andesite alloy for more shafts. So we can make the 3rd gearbox. And one more shaft to attach to the conveyor belt so that we automate the drill. Where's our vertical gearbox? There it is. Right, the vertical gearbox first. Vertical gearbox there. Okay, maybe facing it this way. That's better. And then a regular gearbox. And that goes all the way across to here. So we're going to need shafts. 1, 2, several. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there, and then we're going to need another gearbox here. So that's going to be another 4 shafts, so that's another 11 shafts altogether. Which means we need at least 3 more andesite alloy. Okay. We've got 1 nugget. Do we have a nugget in the in here yet? We got 4. Perfect. All right. So that gets us to where we want to get to from here. And then we put one in there. And then all we need is another gearbox in there, which requires 2 more shafts. Alright. Titanic flute, yes. Yeah, I haven't set up disruptions for noisy things like that on the Twitch side of things yet, but that could be something we could do, which would be fun. Alright, let's see. What is this one doing? It's running that bit there. Okay, are there any spare automation pieces we're using that are not doing much? Okay, this is actually causing a bit of a headache just to look at, but it says joined up and working. Okay, so that's changing the direction of rotation. So if we had encased chain drive, 2 encased chain drives there to free up 2 gearboxes. Encased chain drives are cheaper, but we don't have the nuggets at all now. So let's do a bit of manual mining to get a couple more nuggets. 1 more nugget, and we can make 1 more andesite, which is all we need. Let's see. Do we have more cobblestone hiding somewhere? Nope. We threw it all away already. Okay. Well, I threw it all away, I mean we used. That's fine. We'll head down here. Do we have some torches? No, we should probably put some torches down here to stop zombies from turning up when we're not looking. Just need 1 more nugget. Any more nuggets yet? No more nuggets yet. Got 3 extra cobblestone I'll throw in here just to get things going. We'll go to sleep again. Alright. Oh no, Prime got skeletons. Oh, and Prime did some sleeping as well. You are determined to find a way in there, aren't you? We're going to have to seal this off again. So once this is working, we're going to just seal it off and forget about it, and it will have the product coming out, the raw cobblestone coming out here. It's messy, and it can be automated better, but it's what we're doing. Hey, there's another nugget. Awesome. Just grab that nugget right off the conveyor belt. And we get these last couple of shafts that we need. And we've got 1 more casing left already, so that is perfect. We just need to make the cogwheels. And where's our nearest crafting table? Probably in here. Yep, there we go. We don't want a vertical gearbox this time, we want a regular gearbox. Okay. You do not have a career. There are jungle islands. There's islands in basically every overworld biome. Alright, now this should automate things. We'll place this one down. It's going to be a little on the slow side though, so we might want to look at speeding things up. Get some gearing here. Gonna need a lot of brown dye for your ship. Fair enough. We can also automate things once we get the cocoa beans. I think I've got some cocoa beans floating around somewhere, but not sure off the top of my head. So we're going to need to speed that up because that's very, very slow. So let's do some gearing to speed that up. We'll get some regular cogwheels, and then we'll turn some of those into large cogwheels. Alright, so let's go with a small cogwheel here, and then a large cogwheel connecting to that. Wait, what's powering that? Oh, that's already been powered. Right. So we actually want to have the small cogwheel being powered by another large cogwheel. So I might put a large cogwheel down here. A bit. Okay, and then we want to move all this down a bit and I'll speed things up. Alright, I see where you're going with that. You don't want to run into the chute. You'll block up the chute. Alright. And you'll block up the chute too, so let's get you out of the way. Alright, now if we go... Well, we could actually go directly with an encased chain drive there as well if we were clever. But we're not that clever, so... Go with... I'm going to break the conveyor belt, but we'll fix it in a sec. Put the conveyor back. And then we put one of those here. And one of those there. And this one here. Nope. Not that one. One of those. That'll speed things up. We'll mine a bit faster. We can't see it, but it's all doing its thing. It also means we don't have to worry about zombies spawning anywhere except for maybe that little spot there. Yeah, we have it. There we go. Let's actually increase the throughput a bit, which is nice. It should catch up with the processing we need. So there we go. We've automated what we wanted to automate. And then we can seal all that up and not worry about it ever again. Okay. You getting ready for your stream in a bit? You'll be lurking in the background. No worries, I'll come check out your stream in a little bit. If I remember, with Twitch going, I might even do a raid on your stream once it starts, if it starts before mine finishes. Because I've not done a raid yet. I need to actually do that. So when I'm ready to raid, I'll let everyone on YouTube know to come over to Twitch and we'll go raid from there. Because everyone on YouTube is already able to watch on my Twitch already, I know, so... Well, not everyone on YouTube, but some of the people on YouTube. Most of the people on YouTube. Alrighty. So, let's fill in this one here. And this one here. And that way, we have no chance of zombies spawning and ruining our fun. pack all that up, and we don't have any villagers coming in and wrecking everything either. We just have a little spot with stuff coming out. We can maybe put some planks over that to finish it off. Yeah, there we go. Just got a mysterious place that cobblestone comes from. I like it. Maybe we get rid of that last bit of stone there because it just looks a bit out of place. Maybe some dirt. And we'll get turned back into grass soon enough. And then we're going to have villagers, not have villagers try and disappear down into the cobblestone mine. So there we go. Automation completed. Now let's have a look how many nuggets we've got. We've got one whole nugget. But we have sped things up a little bit, I think. So what do we got in here now? So we've got 8 cobblestone. We've got a bit of a backlog of cobblestone. So in order to make that faster, we'd need to speed up the millstone as well. And speeding up the millstone would then speed up everything else, I believe. So actually, would it? It might. We'd have to speed this cog up, and to do that we'd need to change a bunch of stuff. But it does the job. It's slow and steady, and it's passive generation. It's mostly flint. So we need to figure out what to do with the flint. We can actually do a few things with that, with further automation. We can make fletching tables. Now we can make books. Interesting that there's 2 recipes that use flint and steel to make flint and a book. One's flint and a book, one's flint and dirt. And then we've got flint and steel. And then we've got compacting. Uses a tiny bit of lava, calcite, and makes diorite. And then we've got red sand, and that makes granite. Which is funny because the easiest way to get red sand is to grind up granite. And there's andesite, recipe for andesite. Not a lot of uses for the flint, really. So we can make andesite, but we need gravel. So we could divert some of the gravel off to become andesite. Look, there we go. We got another iron ingot there. Another iron nugget, I should say. And we'll probably just do something else with the flint eventually. But there we go. We got the automation done on there that we want to get done. And we can get some passive iron back for all of our efforts later on. I'm not sure what this chest and... oh, this is just for... We wanted to bulk dump something else in. Say, for example, we started a way of making sand or something like that. Then we would... Oh, actually... No, we'd need sand to make the granite, and then... Yeah, it'd be kind of useless to make red sand and then make granite out of the red sand and then grind the granite to make red sand. Kind of self-defeating. Oh, actually, we could make granite from clay, and clay we can make from regular sand. Regular sand we can make from cobblestone. Oh, there's an idea. Knives, arrowheads, and spear tips. I don't think Minecraft wanted to incorporate all of the flint options. No, you can do that in... although we can make lots of arrows with it. We have other ways of getting arrows. And create doesn't add a lot for flint either, so... Let's have a look at what else we could do with flint. If we were to just look at crafting. Oh, we could sell it to villagers, I believe. We can sell it to Fletchers. Free emeralds. And leatherworkers. They buy flint. Oh, this is amazing. This is a game changer. We just need to make sure we've got villagers that actually buy flint. We can sell flint to them and get free emeralds. There we go. We've got a use for it. So let's make a Fletcher then. Why did I not think of that earlier? Great use for flint. Sell it to the villagers because we can't use it. That is amazing. That solves a lot of the emerald problem. We don't have to. So with create, we don't have to farm things to sell to the villagers, other than just the flint that we're making as a byproduct anyway. So let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get a Fletcher and start selling them flint. What level does the Fletcher need to be though? Fletching table. Okay. So like, what do we do with all the flint? We sell it to villagers. That's what we do. How did I not think of that earlier? Okay, so level 2 Fletcher, level 2 leatherworker, level 3 toolsmith, and level 3 weaponsmith. We have a weaponsmith and a toolsmith already. Are they taking flint as a trade, I wonder? Let's have a look. Are you level 1 or level 2? You're level 1, aren't you? You're taking coal as a trade? To you too. Alright. So, we could, yeah, we could... No, you're unemployed. Alright, how about we make you a Fletcher? Let's just go talk to the toolsmith and see what they're doing as well. Okay, so you want us to buy more stone pickaxes. So we need to make some money off probably you. You're buying tomatoes and beetroot. Well, we have tomatoes. And I think we need to go explore a village and get a template for a tiger Fletcher. And do you have a career? You're unemployed as well. Okay. So we've solved our problem of how we get money, how we get emeralds. We just need to actually level up a villager to the point where we can get the right traits, the flint traits. Alright. We've got a mission. We need to go and find another tiger village that has a Fletcher. So we can get a schematic and we can then build an appropriate house for the Fletcher. We don't have to actually build a thematic house, but I like to do that. So it's the thing I'm going with. So let's continue that process. But in the meantime, let's get ourselves a Fletcher. Just in a random spot in the village, like just here. Somebody will walk past and get a job, right? You're unemployed. Hey, instead of studying the cannon, how about you who would like to become a Fletcher? One of you become a Fletcher. Give me back my fletching table. Okay. Let's put a fletching table in with the toolsmith. There we go. Maybe someone will come and be a Fletcher with you. Why are you unemployed? Why are they unemployed in this village? Now you are a novice armorer, so you're level 1. I need to make you level 2. You're unemployed. Okay, let's move that fletching table unless somebody's taken a job at it. Ah, we have Fletcher. Alright, now you've got a stick. Oh, that's even better. We get you to do sticks and flint. You're gonna want to sell us flint, though, aren't you? You're gonna want to sell us flint from gravel. It'd be hilarious if we got a flint from gravel and then flint trade from that Fletcher. Alright, let's get some sticks happening then. Definitely want to encourage the stick trade from the villager. That's always good. Okay, stick trade villager. And if you're a flint trade villager as well, that's even better. Oh. Not you. Where's the other one? Wandering off on me. I'm going to buy a couple of axes from you. Oh, hose and pickaxes. Well, I'll buy a couple of pickaxes then. 1 and 2. Alright, we'll throw one in the chest over here. And we'll do some more sticks. Have a villager party. Does mean that's true. Very much means Alright. So let's make a few more sticks. Get that guy level up a bit, and maybe we'll level up the toolsmith in the process as well. Fletcher. Alright, where's that toolsmith got to? You're unemployed. You're unemployed. You're a weaponsmith. You're an armorer. And you're the Fletcher. Where's the toolsmith gone? You're a farmer. And you're a cook. Oh, well, let's buy some egg sandwiches from you. Not that we couldn't have made them ourselves, but nice to have egg sandwiches. Alright. We'll get some more wood, and we'll get some more sticks. We'll put the egg sandwiches in the kitchen. The main restaurant kitchen. In fact, we'll keep the egg sandwiches on us for food. And we've got plenty more wood. We'll put the rest of the eggs away that we keep picking up. And we'll make some sticks to fill up our inventory so that we don't keep... Oh, that was buttons. Why did I make that many buttons? Oh well, they can go in here. Alright. Let's fill up the inventory with sticks. And we'll put the cogwheel somewhere as well. Or we'll put another piece of food away. Let's put the berries away. We're not using the berries at the moment. Alright. If we can get... Alright, that got us 6. That's nice. And that gets you up to level 2. And we have a flint trade. Awesome. Excellent. We have our flint trade. And we'll also sleep. Alright, so we got our flint trade, which means that we now have 3 emeralds from all the flint that we're generating from the cobblestone side of things. Completely forgot that villagers of several professions will take flint. That means we have lots and lots of flint to sell them. Which means lots and lots of emeralds, which means we can level up the others. Hey, how many? We've got a whole 8 iron nuggets there now as well. Awesome. So you're a butcher and you're buying chickens and raw pork chops. We don't have any pigs. We don't really have chickens either. We should automate chickens. Of course, you can automate chickens without create, which is always fun. But with create could be even more fun. Toolsmith. Okay, let's buy 2 more of your finest pickaxes and level you up and see if you buy flint as well. What was that look? Okay, you're going to want iron instead of flint. Alright, no worries. You know what, that is fine. You can buy iron if you wish. We'll have iron eventually. Now the Fletcher, on the other hand, we do have pigs. Fletcher, on the other hand, we can level you up pretty quickly. Now you're buying all the things. You're buying string, you're buying flint, you're buying sticks. You're amazing. All right. Just regular bows and crossbows. Okay. Well, we're going to have plenty of flint to sell you, so buckle up for having as much flint as you need. Now, what are you selling? We might buy something from you. Sweeping Edge 2 sword. And Smite 3. We don't have 20 yet, but we can get that pretty easily. That's good. We'll get one of those later. Alright. We are flint rich. Or at least we will be. So that's a use for all the flint that gets generated from the cobblestone generator and as a byproduct of making all these iron nuggets. I mean, we've not got a lot yet, but we'll get there. So if we sped things up considerably, we'd have lots more flint. And then we would be able to buy things from the villagers more. But that's okay. We have the option here of selling lots of sticks as well. And you guys are both unemployed, hanging around the cafe like a couple of unemployed cafe slackers. Now we also have the armourer we could talk to. Who was up here somewhere. Back in here, I think. Yep. Okay, so we already have... Oh no, we don't have plain iron armour, so let's buy some plain iron armour from you and level you up. Let's see. We should probably eat one of those egg sandwiches. And we'll go get... Don't get the rest put away. In the kitchen. Gonna go? No worries. Thanks very much for dropping by. Good to have you on the server and in the audience on the stream. Appreciate it. You're welcome on the schematic side of things. Alright, so once we level that armor up, we can get more iron. More iron, iron armor, that is. Now, you have that sword for sale as well, don't you? Yep. But you want coal. Alright, let's go grab those emeralds back that we left up here. You want coal as well. Okay. We'll come back to that. We don't have a way of automating coal at this stage. We do have... We can automate charcoal, but they don't buy charcoal. They just buy coal. You're both unemployed. What job should we give you? Maybe we need more Fletchers. More chances of getting the Flint trade. Except we got the Flint trade pretty much straight away. So, it's all good. Okay, let's get you some sticks. And that's it. You're out of sticks. Okay. We don't have any more flint to give you at the moment, but we have 6 there, and we don't have iron to sell you, but we could buy some hose. And we'll buy some more pickaxes, because we always need pickaxes. And that way we can gradually get you leveled up. Realistically, we need a better iron farm, but... Okay, you've got some cheaper trades for us now, that's good. So, basically we could turn gravel into flint and then sell you flint, is pretty much what you're telling us. Turn emeralds into flint, and then turn flint into emeralds, but at a lower exchange rate. I don't know if that works for us. Yep, there's plenty of bamboo we can sell. But we can also use that in food recipes as well, so... Alright, so there we go. We've got our first iron ingot worth of nuggets. We'll put our old chainmail away. And look at that, we got some more flint. Oh, we got some coal we could actually sell. And we have iron ore, but it's deep slate iron ore I want to hold on to. Now, one of the things that I'm very excited about, which I was going to mention earlier for the pack, is that I was holding off on upgrading the pack because we're going to lose Enchantment Industry if we upgrade. But somebody has actually ported Enchantment Industry to a Create 6 compatible version. So, and it's still on 1.20.1, which is good because the original developer of Enchantment Industry has stopped supporting Fabric on 1.20 altogether. And in fact, stopped supporting Fabric. So, yeah, we can actually upgrade to a version of Enchantment Industry that is going to work with Create 6 and 1.20.1. So, that will be added into the new version of the pack when it happens. So we don't lose Enchantment Industry, which would be really nice, because that was one of my favourite things about the pack, was having Enchantment Industry as well as the other mods in the pack. Working the way it does rather than the new version. The new version's gone a bit weird. So, Legacy Enchantment Industry would be very nice to have in the new pack. So I've got to do a bit of work on that pack. So I'll give myself 4 weeks. So the next fortnightly stream will be on this version of the server. unless I've actually upgraded since then. And then we might look at doing an upgrade beyond that, where we go to maybe a transition server, or maybe we have a new server altogether. Depends on whether I can get the pirates spawning automatically as well. If I can get the pirates spawning automatically, we just won't change the world gen. But we do need to get rid of better ends, so we might look at removing that later on. This better end just isn't adding much value to the pack. So we seem to have some baby villages, and we've run out of space, so we need some more beds. Means we do need another house or two. So I think it might be a good time, now that we've got the basic automation happening and we've got to wait for Flint to build up before we can sell any more, to go exploring and looking for a proper Fletcher house. So 25 is exactly the amount you want. There you go. And you know what? We have plenty of bows, so we don't need to buy bows from you. It'd be nice if you had arrows. You're selling all this flint and sticks. Where are the arrows at the other end, huh? I ask you. Alright. We're going to finish cutting down that tree first, but we'll have a quick sleep. And then we'll go exploring and look for... There's another tiger village over that way, which might have a naturally generated Fletcher. And if it does, then that would be a good place to look at for getting a blueprint or a schematic for a Fletcher house. Build something else with the schematic on it, because it's been a while since we've done that. So I think we might need to change this, might need to cover up the industrial section here. It looks nice, but I'd like to have it actually set up looking like it's something a little bit more organised. We could probably have something else coming from this side. These fences don't need to be here anymore, they're a legacy item. Ah, excuse me, I didn't have time to mute before I sneezed. That one came on very suddenly. So yeah, we could look at setting up another large cogwheel on this side, and then another small machine here. We had another small machine before. So there's all the tropical fish just generating, which is interesting because I don't know why we're getting tropical fish in a tiger biome. Very strange. That is still a hazard. We should probably fill that in. Oh look, we got some spruce planks. Let's make some flooring there. Fill in this little hazard. Done. Nobody's going to fall in there now. The only place people are going to fall through is where the water is coming for the... I don't know why we get tropical fish in there. It's so weird. Tropical fish are actually edible, actually usable in recipes in this pack though, which makes it kind of fun. Alright, how are we going for nuggets? 15! Nice! Alright, we can actually make our own arrows, but we also have a mob farm over here, which we could possibly look at automating a bit better. There's mob farm here, and then on the back of the mob farm we've got villages that we can cure. We want to get discounts and such like. There's one who's just sitting there. We've got a witch here. I believe there's a villager in here as well that we want to cure. Yep, there's a baby zombie villager there. So we need to get some gold automating happening as well. And these guys are just regular zombies. creeper can't see us, thankfully. Did I just have my... It sounded like something breaking, but it didn't break. That was weird. Maybe the armor on the... armor on one of the mobs broke as I hit it or something. So yeah, bit of mob farm here of sorts, but the actual mob farm is within, and this is just the overflow if we want to try and get convertible villages. Supposed to be sending everything into here, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. Let's just throw all the excess stuff in there. Looks like they can see us, but they can't. It's really strange. So I think we need maybe another popper over here. This doesn't seem to be catching everything, which is weird. That's alright. We'll just throw this stuff in here for now. Anyway, that's the back of the mob farm with taming setup, or taming, curing setup. And we've got, for some reason, a cured villager here who's just sitting there. So, I think we need some more beds and more houses. Prime's left their ship parked here. All right, let's move on. Yes, that's our egg sandwich cupboard by the look of it. Been marked as such. Okay. So, yeah, we could certainly look at more automation. Need to go to the nether to do much more than we've done at the moment. Oh, look at that, 20 iron nuggets now. Nice. We've got feathers as well. Must be from the chickens we're getting randomly. And squid ink as well, just for fun. Alright. There's nobody got jobs there at the moment for some reason. Oh, thunderstorm, we can sleep. So yeah, I've got to make sure I make some schematics of some of these things so that I don't have to build them from scratch next time. I do have some schematics for the bread maker, and I ended up using it for a similar sort of thing for the cobble generator and very simple iron farm. Over-engineered iron farm is probably a good way of thinking of it. So we're going to harvest this tree. So let's finish harvesting the tree, and then we'll go look for that. Go look at that other village to get some inspiration for building, or in fact to copy a villager structure for building. just plant some more trees of the same type down here and replace this large tree when we finish mining it, harvesting it. And we were going to look at doing an automated wood farm of some sort as well. We didn't actually get to that yet. We don't have room to pick up the logs, but that's fine. We'll just keep getting the tree ready. Keep getting the tree ready. What am I talking about? Keep cutting down the wood. And we've lost our axe. Alright, we'll just fill in any missing logs like that one that we're going to need on the way back down. And we'll let's keep the spiral going for now. Pick up all those logs and we'll go talk to the toolsmith. Maybe they'll sell us some higher quality axes. Alright, we'll drop off the squid ink because that can be used for cooking as well as for signs and books. Enchantment industry is also really good for if we want to do things like automating printing. So we can copy books and we can also copy enchanted books. So I'd be very happy to put that back into the new version of the mod pack. All right. More trades for the journeyman Fletcher. And I think we'll wind up with more trades for the toolsmith soon as well. All right. Okay, you want to sell us bells, of all things. You know what? We'll get a few more hoes. And a few more pickaxes. Be nice if you'd sell us an axe, though. You want to sell us an axe? You sure? Okay. Maybe the weaponsmith will want to sell us an axe. Alrighty, by the way, if you're new here, which you may be, judging by the number of people that are apparently watching on YouTube at the moment, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, if you've been enjoying what you're watching. And if you're on Twitch, feel free to follow, or if you're feeling particularly rich, feel free to subscribe on Twitch. Alright, we'll just let this do its thing. And as you can see, we've got some random tropical fish over there. It's randomly fall out of the water occasionally. Alright, how many Flint have we got? 23. That's basically one more emerald from the Fletcher coming up. But let's grab a stray cobblestone as it's coming up, and we'll make another axe. So we seem to have run out of capacity in here anyway, so yeah, that is in fact full. So we definitely just need to speed that up, because it's not going as fast as the cobblestone is coming through. Well, that's fine. Well, Valentine's Day was yesterday for me, so spent some time with my family, and yeah, had a nice Valentine's Day. But yeah, today it's Sunday, so I'm streaming. Let's see. Already subscribed? Excellent. Really appreciate it. Adibar, is it? Adibai. Adibai 18. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate that. And thank you for letting me know you've already subscribed. Alright, let's just mine this one by hand. And we'll turn them into some sticks and we'll make a new axe. And congratulations on 1 month of subscribing. Thank you. Now, what have you got to sell? You're selling egg sandwiches and you're buying bacon. That sounds nice. I don't have any bacon at the moment. Why do these not have any people taking up the profession there, I wonder. Alright, there's an axe. We'll make a second one. You mean we could have made it out of deep slate the whole time? Oh well. Completely forget about deep slate as a source of stone tools. I don't usually use them except when I've lost everything and can't be bothered grinding for all of the things and just wait for villagers to be able to sell me better stuff. But yeah, the villagers come along quite nicely, considering it's just a few small houses to start with. We've got a few different create things hidden away. We've got a little section inside where we can make path and grass blocks. I mean, technically we could do other things with it as well, because we've got a little compactor. I forget what it's called exactly. A mechanical press, that's it. Industrial press is another mod. Does anybody else remember immersive engineering? That was fun. With the big multi-blocks, and you make the mechanical press and the big grinder and the diesel generator eventually. All right. 35 logs, we'll pick those up. Oh, hello chicken, you're stuck down there. Alright, we'll plant another giant spruce here. Let's let it grow on its own, we won't rush it. And we'll pop the rest of these probably in this spare chest here for now. Any more strays? Yeah, there's another one down there. Alright, put those away. So yeah, this was a spruce village island to start with, but it was much less populated. Tiger village. There's always a tiger village, it just wasn't as well populated as it is now. There's another 3 there, we'll put those away. So that's another 3 giant tigers if we wanted to. Giant tiger, giant pines, giant spruce. All words eventually. But yeah, we'll leave that one there. Let it grow on its own. And we'll just check on the iron nugget situation's looking good. And we got more flint. Awesome. Alright, we'll leave that to do its thing. We'll go sleep and we'll go look for a Fletcher's house to copy. Well, a Fletcher's workspace to copy. And another house. We've got a few different house designs. Alright. So this schematic that we had here, let's take that one. Oh. I need to get rid of some of the stuff we're carrying. Let's put an axe in the toolsmith's house, because that's where we'll look for one when we need one anyway. And in fact, let's make this a double chest. Once we've got the spare chest. We'll take that dirt and we'll put the dirt back where it belongs. We'll throw some sticks in there as well. Put the dirt in the other chest. In fact, let's put this dirt in the path and grass making area, which is hidden under the stairs here. So the idea is we gradually hide more of the create stuff and just yeah, we'll do 1 stack there. We'll do 1 stack here. Just to make path and grass blocks. So this is also a clay farm here. So we can make red sand and then we could turn the red sand into granite if we wanted to. But what we can do with the red sand is we can actually, so we've got the clay, we can fire the clay, and then we can turn the clay into red sand, and then we can turn the red sand into gold nuggets and dead bushes. So we will fire the clay. We can also turn the red sand into polished granite if we want to. Or turn it into granite and then polish granite. So let's grab some more. Oh, we got more clay there, so let's make 1 more clay block. Fire the clay. We'll put that through the millstone or another millstone later. In fact, there's a millstone here we can put it through. Perfect. And we've got a furnace here somewhere. Might be worth putting a little furnace in the place where we make the clay. Oh, we had a furnace somewhere. Oh, we've got a furnace on the ship. Oh. So the ship got moved a little bit. That's alright, we'll take it for a bit of a spin and we'll sort that out later. And there's some charcoal. We'll just pop some charcoal in here to fire that with. That's close enough we can just walk across the gap, I think. But I don't trust it from this direction, so let's just move the ship back a little bit. There we go. Happy with that? Alright. So yeah, the thing we'll do with the schematics is we'll keep all the schematics in the new version of the server. Minecraft physics seem like an interesting introduction to theoretical physics modeling. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's see. We were going to finish off that tree. Trying to remember what I was doing before. We did finish off the tree. Right, we're going to go looking for a Fletcher in the next village then. Was there a villager that got zombified, or was that a regular zombie? Don't know what happened there, but they're gone. Alright, so we're nearly at 3 ingots of iron from that iron farm. As I said, it's a little slow, but it does the job. And if we're off doing other things, it's passive generation. Alright, so you still want 20 emeralds for that one, and you still want coal. I think not. Alright. Now we had the blueprint we're going to pick up from in here. That's what we're doing. The schematic. So we need to clear the schematic, which is done by actually building the thing, or by changing it to something else. Actually, can we clear the schematic? There's another way to clear it. Shift. Okay. Right click while sneaking. Open the interface for entering exact coordinates. Oh. Okay. So we can actually place it there. Cool. But what we can also do is we can turn that into a... Oh, we've got the schematic in cool, which is what we need for new schematics anyway. So we'll just pop that one in here for now. And we'll go over to the next village and try and get a schematic for a Fletcher's village. For a Fletcher house, that's what I'm trying to say. And also, let's check, we've been going for about 2¼ hours. Let's check and see what's happening if Emmy's streaming yet. If Emmy's not streaming yet, we might wait for Emmy's stream to start and then do a raid. Yeah, it looks like Emmy's not streaming just yet, but will be later on, so we'll keep going for a little bit longer and then we'll give Emmy a raid later. Alright. Let's just put these away for the moment. We'll close that off and we will head off into the unknown. So actually using the airship for once in the airship's streams, it's always fun. Let's make sure we got some fuel so we can travel a little faster. Put charcoal in that one and charcoal in the one above. And we should be able to go at a nice clip. Yep, there we go. And we've got a village over here that we can go look at. There's also some down in the void we can look at that are more of the snowy type villages. We can also do a bit of mining while we're out and about. Get some coal from underneath that island, for example. Yeah, here's the next village. If there's no Fletcher here, we'll look for another one. Can't remember if there's a Fletcher or not. Doesn't look like there is. Let's have a quick landing. We'll sleep while we're here. So we've got more armorers and more houses, but that's about it. And a farmer. Alright, let's just turn around. Down a bit. Oops. Back up. And see if we can just park on the... Nope, we're just not able to park in this area. Let's go park in the little hollow over there that I saw. These guys don't seem to be able to get to their houses either, so it's not the best laid out village. I'm having trouble even finding our way over the trees. There's an open spot here we can park in, so head down. Hey, they've got sheep. Maybe we can take some sheep back with us. Alright, looks like a good enough spot. Sleep for a sec. Alright. Kind of a solicitor of the court look to the front of the Fredmobile. Yeah, it started off as an attempt at making a villager-style face. And just went a bit weird. So, I went with it. Okay, so this one, where it's parked here, we don't need to have that open. We can just go straight up in here. And we'll close that door off so that nobody wanders inside while we're looking around. Okay, so this is a toolsmith, like we already have. And that is a hole in the ground. Okay, you guys don't seem to be able to pathfind back to your houses, so maybe we give you a hand with that. Alright, and we'll just see if there's any Fletcher houses. That's just a regular house. Nothing particularly interesting there, but it's a basic house. We do need some more houses in our village. And this was an armourer. But the... Hello? You're not there. You seem to be unemployed. Maybe if you didn't stand on top of your shop, you'd be able to find your career. Anyway. Let's see. So we've got armourer, basic houses. Now, over there's a farmer and a toolsmith. Weaponsmith, I should say. There's not really much here. So I think we move on. look for the next tiger village. Crafting table, 2-door entrance, perfectly normal house, very cromulent indeed. It's a very, very standard tiger house, to be honest. All right. So we'll look at the other half of the tiger village, and then we'll go look at maybe some of the floating villages and see what structures we've got there that we can copy. So there's a tiger farm, which is basically just pumpkins. There's a brown sheep there. Yeah, brown sheep. So I'm not sure why there's a farm on top of the armorer's house, but you know, maybe it's for space reasons. And the zombie didn't look like it was having a good time. Armorer's house to weaponsmith's house. But yeah, the world generation is a little bit wacky. We've got a bell down there for some reason. And you don't look like you're having a very good time. No, you're not having a very good time. You've decided to become a villager. A zombie villager. Right. I see. So you've decided you've chosen death. Or to properly quote Pirates of the Caribbean, so you have chosen death. Is it Pirates of the Caribbean? Something along those lines, anyway. All right, so we want to find another tiger village. That one's not very inspirational. I mean, we could probably take this matter cannon there and some resources and look at doing a bit of a rebuild on that village as well if we're spending more time on the server. But considering we'll be moving on probably in a few weeks, just want to get as many schematics as we can at the moment and get ready for the next server. I have a schematic of this ship, though, which I'm quite proud of. So that's a ice village. That's not really what we want. I'll put this on cruise control, and we'll just double check if we've actually still got fuel in the engines. We do. What speed are we going at? 6 meters a second. Can we go faster? Alright, so this is plains. That's our tiger village island over there. So it's time to look at the map, I think. Let's have a quick look at the map. And so that's one tiger village there. That's Zora's base down there. That's a woodland mansion. So we've got a snowy tiger village over here, or snowbound village. Looks like a ruined portal. Where are we again? So we're around here. That's the village island we'll be on. That's the village we were at. Should be some more villages around. And we've run into a tree. So what happens when you look at a map instead of steering? It can go a bit faster. I think, yeah, there we go. So we cruise now and look at the speed we're going at now. No, it's still 6 meters a second. But yeah, speed-wise, it's not too bad. Can go faster. It's not as fast as a horse, for example. But depends on which direction we're going. Going diagonally, it registers a higher speed. It also depends on what else we add to the ship and how heavy it ends up. Okay, so there's a ruined portal down there. Something down there looks like the ruins of there's a mine shaft down there. Yeah, lots of mine shafts down below. Lots of snowy villages. Let's head this way. So we're heading towards here. It looks like maybe a tiger village here. Some sort of house. Nope, it's just spruce tiger forest. Ah, that's a tiger village. Let's head to that one. So we are where in relation to the village? Heading roughly the right way. So yeah, when we're going diagonally up and down, you see the speed seems to increase a little bit. It's taxicab distance. So going diagonally, we tend to go a little faster. All right, let's have a look. The village is that away. Should be just around... Yeah, there it is. If we go down and forward. So what we can do is we can actually start doing a downward spiral and cruise control while we're doing that. And that actually gives us a interesting speed. Let's see if that wants to work. Dizzying to watch, so that gives us up to 6.36 meters per second. It's a little dizzying to watch though. But it gets us down gradually. Are we actually going down? I don't know if we're going down as well. No, I don't think we were. Now we're going down. Or are we just spinning again? No, we're just spinning again. That gets us down to the village reasonably quickly though. There are zombies here, so we might do a quick sleep. I think we checked out this village before and there wasn't much here either. Run into a tree. It's alright, we're back up and we'll just back up to this house here. And we'll just sleep, make sure we sleep over land so that if we happen to respawn, we are still alive. We don't fall into the void. The Oops All Sky version of RV there yet? Yes. Oops All Sky. So we probably want to turn the ship a little bit. And there's a creeper right there waiting for us. So we might get our little crossbow ready. Oh yeah, forgot about that. That's a little glitch. That's going to keep going for a while. If we close the door, they won't be able to see us. And if we get in the ship and take off, that'll make those stop. They'll actually land. Okay, so we'll load the crossbow again. We'll keep an eye out for that creep. Let's have a quick look around with free cam just to see where they've gone. They're over there. Okay. Aerial scouting. Alright, we'll close the door just to make sure they don't creep up on us, as they want to do. It's in the name and all. And see if we can sneak up on them. I see him. Yes! Nice shot. Okay. So, let's have a look at the businesses around here. Houses. What have we got? We've got a small house. Another small house. They have potatoes. And they have flowers to their name. And a poisonous potato, which isn't that much fun. Okay. You've got no chests. You've just got a little house. This is a very precariously placed house. You should probably rethink your foundation choice. Oh, someone's taken a bed from here and there's no bed. May not be the best choice of places to look for inspiration. Well, that's kind of cool. There's a farm on top of a house. Your architecture is problematic. Okay, sure. If that works for you. I mean, it's kept you safe, hasn't it? So, let's just leave you there. We have a horse. And some pigs that look rather trapped. Interesting farming choices. Not sure I understand, but sure. Oh, that's meant to be the entrance. Gotcha. Actually, I don't mind that little style of animal enclosure. We might make a schematic of that. We probably won't put it on top of a house, though. Yeah, it's not a bad little pen. And obviously, this is meant to be like a water trough or something. I'd probably tweak it a bit, but it'd be a good start. So, let's grab the schematic and quill and we'll get a copy of this. Maybe start on one of the corners here. Yeah, this corner looks good. Let's start there. And the horse has made it out. Oh, the villagers decided to live in there. Okay. Okay. So we should be able to... Yeah, we can lift the whole thing up and move it backwards and forwards. So I'm going to go down again. Aha, there we go. So yeah, with a bit of experimenting, you can change the boundaries of the... Okay, so that's made it smaller. Let's stand up here and let's put it in the ground. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much what we want. We're going to go one lower though, so I think that does it. Yeah. All right, so we've got our little bounding box and we've got our little tiger themed. Let's call it a animal pen. Tiger animal pen. All right. So that's something found. We were actually looking for a schematic for a Fletcher's house, but that's something. Let's have a look and see what else we've got. You're an unemployed villager, and you're an unemployed villager. Okay, so where are you guys trying to get to? That's the question. We dig a hole here in this path. Will that get you up? Will that help you pathfind? It will. Okay, where are you pathfinding to? Back down here, huh? Okay, so that is a really badly placed... really badly placed... what's the word I'm looking for? Weaponsmith. So you just decided to set up shop literally right next to some lava. Oh, there's some iron. I mean, I can see why you got access to iron, but maybe not right next to the lava. Could be a better place to live. Oh, another horse. All right. So you switch to Twitch for future rating purposes. Yes, we do have potatoes. We already have potatoes back at our village. Otherwise, we would have considered wrapping those potatoes. All right. I think we head back to our house and our airship, and see if we've got any buckets. Maybe we can pick up that lava. And also check if we've got any food, since we've been dropping to the ground. So that looks like a slightly bigger house over there. We might go for a house design like that. We don't have any big houses back at the village, so... Why is that open? We do not have any buckets. Okay. We do have one raw iron, and there's another raw iron around, so we might actually do a bit of iron processing. We'll grab the rest of the fuel before it gets used up. Oh, or it's too late. Okay, well in that case, we'll process some more. We'll get one spruce plank going there to make some coal, and we'll turn the rest out into charcoal. And we'll get that iron we saw down here. Oh look, there's a built-in mob farm. All right, so that's 2 iron. One more and we can make a bucket. I'll look around for some iron. There'll be some underneath the village, if nowhere else. I wonder why that's there. Maybe there was a little iron pocket there that someone's already mined. All right. We'll sleep. And let's check this is over. Yeah, it is over land, just in case we need to respawn there. Not gonna... No, it's not. Okay. You know what? We'll just make sure we move the boat, move the ship, and set spawn point again over land before we die. Or we just won't die. I think we go to the second option. We just won't die. Okay. Let's go have a look underneath for iron. I'll show you one of the other uses for this ship. The reason for the ladders on the sides, in fact. So we've got copper here. There's an example we could use. But we want to find more iron ore. So we'll just scout around the sides for iron. There's some zinc there. I think adding a recipe in the data pack to allow melting down of chains for at least nuggets would probably be good for this type of world as well. Because often you'll find lots of chains and hardly any iron ore. There's no iron ore here behind these chains. So we'll see what we can do about getting to that. Maybe a little tricky. Chains are also good for flavor for the making of airships and the like, but not so good when they're preventing you from getting places. Right, I think we can get there. Yep. We go up from here. Up, not down. This way a bit. Back a bit. Up a bit. Forward a bit. Up a bit. And we should be able to theoretically reach the iron ore. Or maybe we can go up from here. Up, round a little bit more. There we stuck. We are a little bit stuck. Okay, let's go forward. Now can we go up? Yes, we can go up a little bit further. Okay, now that brings us pretty close to the iron ore, which is good. Which means we should be in mining range. Open this side. Is it this side? It is this side. If we carefully. Very carefully. That didn't work. Okay. One more try. Let's see. We'll just put that one up as well, just to be on the safe side. Okay, one more try. Nope. One more try. Other one, let's do it. Let's try it out here. There we go. So we can go up the ladder, and then we can mine the iron, in theory. We can't quite reach it, but that's okay. We can grab some blocks that allow us to reach to where we can reach it. All right, so we can then Mine over here a bit. And get to that last bit of iron from over there. We had a successful little mining expedition. And then we can go down this way, just to make sure we safely get down. And now that we're out of the hairiness there, we'll just close all of that. And we'll head straight down. And then back up, now that we're not near the trains. And we have, it's like a stray bit of cobblestone on top of the ship there, which we can collect later. If it doesn't fall off in the meantime. Oh look, there's some slightly more conveniently placed iron. But we have enough now. Alright, now that lava that we saw, that can actually be used as fuel to fuel our engines for our ship. So we've got our return journey. Most of our fuel, apart from... oh. You, sir, appear to be missing the back half of your house. That looks like some weird chunk generation issues. Oh, that was something set it on fire and just stopped at this point. Doesn't seem quite right. I think they're missing part of their house. Interesting. Interesting architectural choice. You know what? We'll just open our door onto yours just to make things a bit easier. Oh, and there goes that bit of cobblestone. Nope, it's still there. Still hanging on. You don't want to let us back up there. Okay. Back up a little bit more. We'll just turn this side around. We'll just sidle up to the side of this house. There we go. That'll go to a suitable platform to stand on. Let's go down a tad. Nope. Back this way a little bit. And then down. There we go. All right. And we can get that last bit of cobblestone. Hello, do you have a profession? You don't. You seem to be under the impression that you can't go anywhere from there. You realise the back of your house is missing? It really isn't safe. If I had a schematic of this exact house design, I would fix it for you. But I don't, so tough. Alright. Ah. Potatoes, cabbage seeds, and rice. So yeah, that's where you get some of the wild crops from, or the crops from Farmer's Delight. You get them from seeds in villages. Oh, this is a bit of a hazard. Oh, it's an industrial hazard waiting to happen. Speaking of which, so's that creeper. No, he didn't move. I thought you were going to move more. There we go. Oh, you're going to take 3 shots, eh? Can't hide behind the tree. I see you. Alright. Well, we have an armourer, but they don't appear to be at their shop, which is probably why half the armor's been stolen. We have a farmer who's contemplating his life choices. Emmy started? No worries. Well, I'm going to wrap up shortly anyway, so let's get things moving from here. But we'll wrap up, and I'll pick up a few things and try and get that schematic between streams, I think. So I think just to be on the safe side, we'll set spawn at one of these beds, just in case we fall through the airship, as occasionally happens when setting spawn on one. Alright, so looks like a good place to leave things. We'll actually set ourselves inside that house, just in case. Alright, and we'll get onto the ending screen. We'll get some music going. Oh, the farmer contemplating the last choices. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's hit the outro music, Cobblestone Generator. We'll take a few minutes to just say thank you to my patrons, Catsmith, Oniaro, and the Fantastic Soap. Thank you all for being patrons. And I know that sometimes you watch the replays even if you don't make it to the streams. And of course, I say thank you in all of my recorded videos as well to you three. Anybody else who'd like to become a paid patron, my Patreon is linked in the description. Otherwise, feel free to continue watching and supporting in any way that you feel appropriate. We're listening to Cobblestone Generator by Apollo Music. And I'm going to jump onto the Twitch side of things and get a raid happening shortly. We'll go raid Emmy. And anybody who's watching on YouTube, if you want to jump over on Twitch and join in the raid, that'd be great. Otherwise, if you want to just watch till the end, that's fine as well. Don't have the facility to raid on YouTube as well yet at this stage. Just have problems with the browsers running too much while I'm playing the game. So if you are watching on YouTube and you're new, or you've just started up, feel free to like the stream, feel free to subscribe, all of those wonderful things. And feel free to check out my other content and the 48 other streams I've got on this world if you want to see more of the history of this world. Also got some streams on the new modpack that I'm basing on this one. That will be a successor, so we'll probably start a new world after stream 50 and use the successor modpack, which has got a few more things like flying pirates and things like that, and a few less mods that are problematic and some that are more fun. So see how we go with that. Alrighty, so once we hit the break in the music, we'll attempt to raid, and then we will move on from there with the day. Alright, now does my Twitch page is still open, so that's good. Alright, so haven't done a raid before, so it may take me a little while to figure it out. Alrighty, back on the alright, so let's see, my Twitch chat is paused at the moment. That's alright. How do we raid from here? Raid. Alright. Let's see. We've got the pause in the music, so I'll just stop there. I'll try and figure out how we do a raid from here. Alright. Where are we? So raid. Okay, I've moved on from the stream window. Stream. Back to the stream. Okay. Raid channel, here we go. Alright, so we want to raid Emmy if we can see her. Hey, it's Emmy. There we go. We'll raid. Hey, it's Emmy. There we go. Hello. Raid incoming. All right. All right, and we'll hit the last of the music there. We've got about a minute to go, I think. Yep, about a minute to go. So we'll just play the last of the music from our stream side of things. And we'll go join Emmy and see what Emmy's up to. There we go. My first raid. All right. All right, I'll just finish up the stream on the other side of things. Thank you for watching on YouTube, and we're off to raid on the Twitch.